Sorry we're late. I literally just got home. I just got home from seeing a movie. I didn't expect this movie to be so long. I was just like, oh my God. It was super duper long. And I was like, Mara, please. I was texting Mara. I was like, sign into my account and like move the stream up like at least 20 minutes so we're not late. And
no, I have to do through StreamYard.
Like, oh crud. I need to give Mara access to my StreamYard. That's what I need to do. Yeah, sorry. Hey, hold on, wait. Let me do my old intro. Okay, here's my old intro.
Sorry I'm late. Did you forget to set your alarm clock?
Yeah. It's a thing, okay? I'm late all the time. I am always late. Always late.
Yeah, because I was sitting here going, just like waiting for the link, watching the YouTube chat. Just like not.
I was like, oh no.
Not able to do anything.
I was like, oh crap. Yeah, so Mara knew we were gonna be late. I feel really bad about it. I'm sorry. Sixer Iverson was the first person. Steph, you and the G&G crew should visit Canada, where Krista and Extra Girl are from. All you need is a valid passport to go to Canada. Trudeau lifted all the restrictions. Oh, okay. Lastly, when Miss Universe pageant from the Philippines is a book signing in the U.S. You, Joe, Krista, should all go and we'll take photos with you. All right. Pia Wurzbach. Nice. All right. Let's say hi to the chat. Okay, let's say hi. Dragzilla, what's up? 199. Corey is here. There's Trey. There is Santa Megatron. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Like the way you spell ho. Merry Christmas to the Ho Squad. Yeah. Anthony is here. Drew Dat Games. What's up? Drew Dat Underdog from Glendale, Arizona. Yeah, I think they're doing a Turning Point in Arizona this weekend, aren't they? That's really cool. I always wanted to do that. Bradley is here. Retro. Oh, look at that. Sup, gaming? Retro Collective. Jimmy, Gravy D, Bruce, Commissioner General Mao. Nagardnall is here. There is Hypnotic. Hi, Hypnotic. There's MVP. Max is here. What's up, Max? Who else is here? I don't even know how to say that. Hold on. Zengai.
I pronounce it Zeng. I just say Zen or Zengi.
Zengi. Hi.
Zengingli.
Michael. Hello. All right. What's up, guys? Sorry we're late. There's my celebrity, Jonathan Chester, right there. Chat. What's up, Jonathan? Oh man, we are so gay.
Yes.
Well, we're so gay.
He's late. I'm
okay. I'm sleeping again. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. Another great night. All right, let's go. Yeah, we were so late. 10 minutes late. We don't. It's just me and her. We don't have anybody. It's just me and her. I do want to talk about Wonka, though. I know. Yo, guys. I'm so sorry, you guys. So sorry. We had waiting for a long time. Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me put my Christmas hat on. Cover up this hair. Put my Christmas hat. There we go. I got my Christmas hat. Look at Jonathan Chesser gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. I really appreciate that so much. Look at Miss Martin Muses. Hi,
we left the D&D session on the cliffhanger today. So Ms. Martin Muses is my partner. Ms. Martin Muses is one of my partners in crime for D&D, and we ended the year. This was like our last D&D session for this year, and left it on a cliffhanger. So we're still processing it.
Oh, you said it ended on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, it ended on a cliffhanger. A bit, so we figure out what's going on.
D&D, let's go.
And it's like that basically gives Stieg a reprieve from me threatening him, because he's like, Mara can't kill me. She has to know what happens next.
Oh man, you've been playing with them for years, huh? At least like
actually started during the pandemic.
Yeah, you've been playing with them for years.
Yeah, just to spend the time, and it kind of morphed into something we did like every Sunday. So
that's awesome. That's really awesome. I know. That's why we do Talk Nerdy on Saturdays, because Mara has D&D on Sundays. She has a commitment to someone else. But we couldn't do it last night, so we had to do it tonight. How was the concert? Oh, hold on real quick. Drew, Dad, Games gifted 5 memberships. 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a sub. Thank you so much. There's Wiley Dave. Hello, Wiley Dave. Mr. Bentham is here. King of the Squibs. I have to finish saying hello to everybody. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Sorry we're late. What's up, Dinner Bells? Sorry we're late. So sorry. I like turtles. I know.
Yeah.
I do too. All right. How was the concert? Mara went and saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra last night.
It was actually my first time seeing them live in concert because I was either deployed or like never had an opportunity to see them live. I knew their music, but I never experienced a live show, and it truly is an experience.
Oh, it is.
It truly is an experience.
Yeah, I love the that's like a tradition for Christmas. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I love them so much. It's such a great concert. It's such a great concert. If you haven't been, you should go. You should go. It's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, man, what's up, Bro? Oh, dude. I love your avatar. Yeah.
Every time I see Walter, I think of like him, like the part of the routine where he's like contemplating becoming a Walmart greeter.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Get your shit and get out." Yes. Yeah.
That's how I would be as a Walmart
I like his
greeter.
little laugh. He's just like, oh my gosh. There's Tom Berry Masta. They are lit. Never been to a live show. Oh, Nagranal, you should go. You should go.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. I saw a movie today. Hold on. I gotta reach down and get something. I saw a movie today.
That's not quite a bend.
I saw Wonka.
Yeah.
Look, this is a popcorn bucket. Isn't it neat?
She's messaging me going, Mara!
No, Mara, you can't tell the story. You can't tell the story.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you can't tell the story. That's a private story. You can't tell the private story.
No, I'm not.
I had to leave the movie just a touch early, so I didn't get to see the ending, and I'm like crying. Mara, find me the ending of the movie. Otherwise, I we're running late, so I didn't know that movie. I didn't know that movie was so long. I didn't look it up. I didn't know.
I have a question. I can't say this without sounding like a pain in the ass or a bitch, but like, don't you look at the run times?
No.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say that's the first thing I look at when I
don't look at the runtime. I just buy the ticket and go. I'm like, okay. It's a bit,
all right. That tells me everything.
But look at this popcorn bucket. Ain't it cool? I bought it. I knew they had them, but like they weren't out. Like they didn't advertise them. They weren't like telling people that they have. Usually they have them in the background. But look, you can put it on.
That's actually pretty cool. I will give it that. Cool.
I put it because I didn't put any popcorn in this. I put it on my head and I went to like get my drink, and this guy next to me was like, "It's a nice hat." I was like, "Oh, it's a popcorn bucket." I was like, "It's a popcorn bucket." He's like, "They have them up there." I was like, "Yeah, it's a popcorn bucket." Like, yeah, like 3 people asked me about this hat. One of them was in the bathroom. This girl was just like, "Is that a popcorn bucket? Did you get that here?" I was like, "Yeah, they're downstairs." Isn't that neat? I like it. It's a popcorn bucket. I didn't put any popcorn in here, so like it's clean, okay? It's a clean bucket that I'm putting on my head. There's no popcorn greaser.
I just love how your first reaction is not to say thank you to like to the nice hat compliment. It's like, it's a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that's what I did. This guy was like, "That's a really cute hat. I like that hat." I was like, "It's a popcorn bucket. I got it up there."
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really excited about it. I saw that they have like different ones too, because I went to Disney Springs the other night, and they had the hats, right? But they were the hats that like Wonka wore in the movie. They were like a dingy sort of brown color. It didn't have this gold Wonka right there. It was just like the hat that he wore in the movie. So that was pretty cool. But I kind of liked this one. I didn't get it because it was just a hat. But when I went to the movies today, I saw this one and I was like, I'm gonna get that one. That was a nice one. I like that one. That's an outstanding popcorn bucket. Thank you. So let's talk about Wonka. Mara hasn't seen it. I actually didn't make Mara watch Wonka. Surprisingly.
Actually, yeah. I'm actually shocked.
Surprise! I figured I'd put her through enough torture this year because, like, when I asked her, or no, when I asked her for like the movie, I was like, Mara, Sail the High Seas. I need the movie. And she's like, she goes, and I swear I read it in the most Mara tone ever, like the most judgmental tone. When I read it, she was like, why did you go see that movie?
I didn't mean it like that. But more like shock. Like, why did you go see that movie?
It was just like, that's how I read it. And she's like, why did you go see that movie? Like,
I have like nothing personal against the movie. I just think it did not need to be made because like we don't need a prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I responded in my own way. I'm like, because it's a musical, Mara, and I love musicals.
That's all I heard in your voice. Because it's a musical and I love musicals.
That is exactly how I responded back. And yes, it is a musical. Timothée Chalamet like did a really good job as well. I mean, as like, you know, someone who is singing in a movie. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Look, I also went and saw it because there were a couple of trusted movie reviewers that I actually really like, and I watched their content, and they said it was actually really good. Like, they had a good time with it. They had fun with it. So I was like, okay, a movie musical about Willy Wonka, and people like it. I'm going to go see it. I'll give it a shot. I was actually like planning on going and seeing the movie, but then I was like, nah, maybe not. I'll just like let it go. I won't go and see this movie. But when I saw they reviewed it and they actually liked it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. I want to see what it's all about, you know. And yes, with Michael Kias, he was in it. I actually really kind of liked it. I kind of liked it, but it's not a movie for everyone because I like musicals. Like I really enjoy musicals. I like watching movie musicals. I did theater, right? I'm a theater brat. So I really like musicals, right? I mean, it was like the one thing that I didn't quite enjoy about it is that like you assume that Wonka started, you know, his chocolate factory on his own, and in this movie it's like him and 5 other people that help him set up his chocolate factory and help him achieve his dream. So they're like, I don't want to say they're investors, but they're he doesn't do it on his own, you know. But at the same time, he sort of like learns the value of family in the movie, and I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. It's enjoyable. I liked it. I like the songs in it. Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa, he actually did a good job. I was worried about it. You know, I was worried about his role in the movie, but it's so small. No pun intended. It's such a small role, but he did a good job in it.
I don't know how I feel about, because like I know I read the book when I was in school. I know I read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when I was in school, but it was always he started it. It's like that was his his own personal venture.
Well, technically it is his own personal venture, right? He didn't get inspired by anybody but his mother. And he always thought that she made the best chocolate, right? So he went on and explored and found the best ingredients and, you know, to make the best chocolate ever. So he is a chocolatier. So it is his own personal dream to do it, to start his own chocolate factory. And but he couldn't do it alone. He needed like help from friends in order to start it out. Now I do like that they don't explain how he comes up with all of these weird things, right? How he comes up with like the chocolate that I think he has this one chocolate. I can't remember what he calls it, but it's sort of like it's like a party in a pill, or not a pill. Oh my god, a party in like a chocolate. Okay, so
that could be interpreted multiple
ways. It starts off with like with white wine, then red wine, then like liquor, and it makes you do like really bad things, like call your ex and cry. It makes you make poor decisions, and it makes you like dance, like you're getting drunk. You're getting drunk on this chocolate, and then you eat. It makes it like like you're eating pork. You know, you're eating your feelings, and then you pass out and you fall asleep. It's so weird.
So basically,
that's like the perfect. It's like a night out on the town. Like let's get drunk, make bad decisions, eat, and then pass out.
So basically, he invented the precursor to roofies.
So like that's like a knockout. It's like the knockout drug he gives to like. It's terrible.
It just wasn't quite there yet. It just took the 80s to perfect it.
But yeah, he gives it to like 3 people.
All right.
But
that sounds an awful lot like roofies.
I know. The more I explain it, like it does sound kind of terrible, out of context of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny in the movie.
I mean, I might watch it at some point, but I'm gonna wait until it comes to like streaming or something. I'm not gonna pay to see it in theaters. So.
But like there's that. So like they don't explain how he got to like Oompa Loompa Island, and he took like 4 choco beans in order to make the chocolate, or how he knows how to like milk a giraffe and use the giraffe's like milk, because he doesn't use any old milk. He uses giraffe's milk. Yeah. It does. There's all of his like secrets, or like he has like his suitcase opens up, and he has like sunshine bottled up in a bottle and the stars in a bottle. Like there's no explanation for how he got all of those ingredients. It's just like he's a magician, so it's magic. But the people around him like don't really believe that. And there's no explanation to that. So I kind of like that they don't really explain a lot of like the mystery and magic surrounding Wonka, and how he gets these ingredients. He just sort of has them already, and he's just like, I'm kind of a magician, and a chocolatier. So I like that. Like there's no like or there's nothing that shows him like going to space and collecting all this stuff. It's not stupid like that. He just sort of has these he's just magical.
Okay, that I like.
There's no explanation
to what he's able to do.
He starts out, with his box or with his suitcase of ingredients, and he makes all of these magical things, and people are just sort of like taken aback and like, oh my gosh, you can do that. That's amazing. That's incredible. And the Oompa Loompa getting introduced to the story is actually kind of cute, because he goes to Loompa Land, right, and he steals four cocoa beans. And it's like their last like 4 cocoa beans or something, and it's Hugh Grant's Oompa Loompa that is, and they're not all Hugh Grant. That is the one thing that I didn't like about Tim, or not the one thing. There was a lot of things that I didn't like about Tim Burton's Willy Wonka movie, but I didn't like that they only had one guy playing all of these Oompa Loompas, right?
Yeah. It just looked freakish.
Yeah, it was really weird. But they did have Hugh Grant's Oompa Loompa. It's like the one that you see, but he's from Loompa Land. They're all different Oompa Loompas, and he's just the one that was like in charge of the cocoa beans. So he was asleep when Wonka came and took them. So they charged him with, hey, that man stole from us, and if you steal from us, you get charged 100-fold. So he needs to take back from Wonka. Wonka needs to pay him 100-fold for what they stole from him. So he basically owes them like 4,000. Right, because he stole 4. So he has to follow Wonka And it's this thing where Wonka knows that this Oompa Loompa, this little yellow man with green hair, is stealing from him. He just can't catch him. He does it when he's sleeping. So this Oompa Loompa follows him wherever he goes, and he steals from him until he's paid back his debt. It's the funniest thing. And so like Wonka sets up a trap, and he finally catches him. And he's very like Hugh Grant in that role is actually kind of funny. You know, he's very sassy. And Wonka is he's incredibly trusting in the movie. He's very trusting. He thinks that nobody's gonna do him wrong. He's very trusting in that movie. So yeah, so the Oompa Loompa gets away and he steals his chocolate, and you know, and then so Hugh Grant, he doesn't have a big role in it, but he just follows Wonka and now that Wonka has seen him, you know, he kind of comes around a little bit more, not a lot, just a little bit more. So it's neat, and I'm wondering like if they do another one, if they're going to have the Oompa Loompas come from Oompa Land and work at the factory, and you know, because that's how Wonka pays them. He pays them in chocolate. So I don't know. It's interesting. I did not hear that Hugh Grant hated that role. I did not. Yeah. Mara's not impressed. I don't expect her to be impressed. I don't expect her to be impressed, honestly. I didn't tell her to go see the movie. Nothing. I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. I mean,
like does the chat want me to do like YouTube reaction videos, like just over the top reactions? I'm just listening to the movie.
A bunch of people want to get paid in chocolate in chat.
I mean, I'll get paid in chocolate, and it fucking helps me. Like it helped me during the month sometimes.
But yeah, like Wonka comes. Wonka in this movie is illiterate. He can't read. He doesn't know how to read. And his friend in the movie teaches him how to read. Yeah, the friend in the movie, she teaches him how to read because he can't read, and that's how he kind of gets stuck in the situation that he's in the movie. So he kind of gets swindled into like going into debt with this I can't remember what they call her in the movie, but with this suds woman who owns like a laundromat, and people in there are servants to her because they're paying off a debt. She tricks them into sort of being her servants and paying off their debt. So like that's how Wonka ends up there, you know, and he sneaks out every now and then to go out and sell his chocolate, and they all join him in this venture because he doesn't want to just get himself out of debt. He wants to get all of them out of debt. You know, he has a very good heart in this movie. I really liked that. I like that. You know, he had a really good heart in this movie. He's not mean. He's not anything like that. He just wants to create this chocolate shop because it's like the last thing that he told his mom that he wanted to do. And his mom told him like, you know, you can do that. You know, she made him like this final chocolate bar before she died. And that's his dream. And he wants to achieve that dream so he can see his mom again. I don't know how that's possible because she died, but in his mind, he thinks that she promised she would be there. So he wants to make this chocolate shop so she'll show up, even though she's dead. It doesn't make any sense, but you know, he's also magical. So maybe he thinks that like she can show up, or he can make her show up or something like that. So I don't know, but he has a really good heart in the movie. And I think that carries some weight in the movie because he does do things out of the goodness of his heart. He gives away like one of his last pieces of silver to this mom and her baby so that they can get out of the cold, you know. He has a really good heart in the movie, and he really cares for like the people that he's sort of trapped with. And so he doesn't want to just get himself out. He wants to get all of them out. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was neat, but I also enjoy movie musicals. And I thought that Timothée Chalamet, is that how you say it? He did an excellent job. He did a really good job of playing Wonka. And just the way he walks around it's very Gene Wilder, like the way he like sort of walks around, you know, with his head up high, and the way he talks to people. It is very Gene Wilder-esque, but he does put his little spin on it too. So it's nothing like It's nothing like Johnny Depp's. Nothing like Johnny Depp's. That is completely out of left field. The Oompa Loompa songs also, they're from like the traditional Oompa Loompa songs. The dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Yeah. So it was really good. It was really good. I liked it. I didn't mind it. I think that out of the 3 Wonka movies that I've seen so far, it goes, the original one, this one, and then the Tim Burton one. That's how I would rank these movies. I don't know. I think if you like musicals, go and check it out. I don't think you'd mind it. I think that the Gene Wilder one will always be superior in every way. This has absolutely nothing to do with that movie. It is like a prequel. And you don't actually, I don't know if you don't see his chocolate factory, because I didn't see the ending of the movie. But I had to leave like 10 minutes before the movie ended. But yeah, you don't see like all of the little kids that he picks or whatever. It's but it still is a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I had so much fun with it. I caught myself laughing a few times and and smiling when they were singing. And there's this one duet that him and the little girl that he's with in the movie that he befriends, that they do when they're at the zoo, and then they hold on to a whole lot of balloons. They're just holding on to balloons. And they're sort of like, the choreography is really cool because they're singing and they're like flying at the same time with these balloons. And it looks really awesome. Just the visuals look really cool. I really enjoyed the visuals during that duet. It was really neat. And he's basically trying to bring her hope, because this girl has been like a servant ever since she was a baby. And he's trying to bring her hope, and she doesn't want that. She doesn't want hope. She's sort of given up hope. She figures like this is her life now. This is her lot in life, and she's fine with it. She's just going to go on and do what she does. But he's trying to bring her a little bit hope back into her life. And she actually he gives her some chocolate, and she gets upset because she feels that hope for a second, and she sort of gets upset. She's like, "Why did you do that? I didn't want you to do that. Like, I didn't want you to give me any hope. There is no hope. Like, this is it. This is what we're doing. We're trapped." And then they go in and they sing their song, and she he helps her be more hopeful again. So it's really cute. I don't mind him. I don't mind him in that role. I thought he did a good job, and I liked the movie. I liked it. And I love my popcorn bucket.
There are some creative choices they made where I'm like, we'll see. Like I said, I'm like at some point I will watch it, but I'm waiting for it to come to streaming. I just don't not feeling like paying for it.
Which song did I like the best? The duet. I like the duet with where they were singing with the balloons, because like the song and the visuals were both really, really good. That's the one I liked. Yes, the original one was also a musical. That's why I do like the original one too. And they have there's musical notes in the movie where they they don't sing the Pure Imagination song, but like they do dun, 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 dun. They do like the music to it. It's a part of the score, which is really awesome. It doesn't sound terrible. See, I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was terrible at all. Like, I would have been like, oh, rolling my eyes and told you if it was terrible, but I didn't think it was terrible. Mike Hill for $5. Happy 20th anniversary to one of the greatest movies ever, Return of the King. Yes. Happy 20th anniversary to Return of the King. Mike Hill for $5. So you're saying Tim Burton was wrong that he acts like a perv? I did not like John.
There's aesthetically, minus the fucking Oompa Loompas and Tim Burton's. Aesthetically, I liked it, but I've always kind of liked how the look of Tim Burton's movies. But there was a lot of creative choices in that one where I'm giving Wonka daddy issues, having the Oompa Loompas be the same, and then the children were except for Charlie, I know you're not necessarily supposed to like the other children, but at the same time, they were just horrible. Like you could ignore that easily with the children in the Gene Wilder version. Like they were like, so they weren't good necessarily, but they weren't, how do I put this, excruciatingly painful to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were little shits in the Tim Burton one.
Yeah.
Like I would have drowned them all in the chocolate river if I could, pretty much.
Oh my god.
They were bad. I'm gonna be a teacher and I'm saying this shit, but they were like horrible. Like they were horrible. No. Like, but like the ones in the Gene Wilder version, I'm like, I know they're not going to win. I know the story, but they were bearable.
That one little girl that chewed the gum.
Like
in the
like that.
Well, I mean, they're meant to be annoying. You know,
Yeah.
they're meant to be that
annoying.
way. So in their role, they did it perfectly because they annoyed the crap out of Mara.
Yes.
Alberta Nataretto for $5. Just popping on quick to wish you all a Merry Christmas in case I don't see you again before January. When in doubt, sing the chorus to Mbop. That's right. That's right. Sing the chorus to Mbop. Waterboarding with I know.
Yeah, I would waterboard those little shits.
They played their roles correctly if they're annoying the crap out of Mara.
There's annoying, and then there's like, how old do you have to be for a late term abortion?
Oh my god, you're terrible. That's awful.
I am.
That is awful. We're deleting the stream. We're deleting the stream, Mara.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on real quick. Mara, are you hold on, let me share this. All right. We gotta change the subject. Mara, are you watching the new season of Reacher, or have you seen Reacher?
I have not seen Reacher.
Oh my god. What are you doing with your life?
When did it first air?
Last year.
Yeah, I was still in school.
Season 2.
I was like student teaching and stuff. So.
Oh man, you have to watch Reacher. Okay, that is your holiday assignment, is to catch up on Reacher. I enjoy Reacher. Season 1 was great, and season 2 so far they put out their first 3 episodes on Prime. I want it. I already want the 4th episode. They're going weekly now. So they put the first 3 episodes out and now they're going weekly. I want them all now. Like, oh my goodness. I want them all. Alan Ritchson is doing an incredible job at playing Reacher. And he does his own stunts. Let's go. And the theme of the second season is don't mess with my family. You get introduced to more characters this season, which is awesome. He died of trans fats. Yeah. I laughed so hard. Who's that woman that just popped up? Get out of here, lady. That scared me.
I don't know what you're looking at for Google to suggest the ads that they do.
I have no idea who that was.
On your, whenever you open up the internet, whenever you open up Google or whatever.
Alberta Nataretto for 2. Unless medically necessary, abortion. That's right. That's right, Mara.
No.
Can't believe
I'm not saying
I had to change the subject immediately.
Yes.
Jay's sweet and innocent, childlike racism for $1. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoying Reacher. I am really enjoying Reacher. If you have not checked it out yet, season 1 and now season 2, they're on Prime. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out. The first season was all about introducing Reacher, and it's about him solving the case of who murdered his brother in a small town. You're introduced to some characters. There's a love interest, and it's about it's all about like corruption and what's the word I'm looking? Oh my God, help me! What is the word I'm looking for?
Wait, start over. Like, what do you?
He's solving the case of his brother because they're trying to figure out a fake money. Oh my gosh, why can I?
Counterfeits?
Yes, thank you.
Money?
Counterfeit money.
Right.
So yeah, that's the first season, and it's incredible. It's so good. It hooks you after like you watch the first episode. It hooks you immediately. This too, season 2, you get introduced to this character in the first season, and it's a friend from his past, and she's more integral in the second season. You get to see a lot more of her, and I really like that, because in the first season, when you're introduced to this character, you know, it's like, oh shoot, Reacher had a past, and this person is so mysterious, and they sort of talk in code, so you know that like and they know each other so well, so you know that there's like this history there, but you just don't know what the history is. And now you're learning that history in the second season, and I really like that, and I like their dynamic too. The dynamic between these two characters. So you're learning a lot more about Reacher's past in the second season. It's just such a great show that I think that, you know, if you're not watching, if you're hungry for great entertainment, quality entertainment, you should really put on Reacher and start watching Reacher. It's such a great show. Reacher's a book series as well, and the author is very much involved with the show. Yes, that is very true. It is a book series. I haven't read any of the books, so I primarily only watch these shows, but I do know that it's a book series. Honestly, it makes me want to read the books. But I haven't, and I actually wanted to go get the book that this season is based on, because I wanted to read it, but right now I'm reading something else, so I don't have the time right now. But I might do that. And now he wants to play Batman. You're absolutely right. Now he wants to play Batman. Oh my gosh, I need to pull that up. Hold on, I need to pull that up. Let me find that.
This is based on like this season is like based on one book in the series.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many episodes are in the first season?
I think there's 6.
6. This should be plenty doable between Christmas and New Year's.
Let me make sure I can read this article. God damn it. What is that? Block. Oh, there's so many ads. Get out of here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could read this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, now he wants to play Batman, which I don't mind. Alan Richards, he's such a huge guy. So I actually follow him on Instagram because he is in he was in oh my god, what is it called? Why can't I remember the show? He was in Nightwing's show. I can't remember what it's called. I stopped watching it when they introduced Jason Todd, and you know, and they end up killing off his character.
Oh, you're talking about
Titans. Thank you.
Yeah,
Titans. Yeah, Titans. He was in Titans, and that's why I started following him on Instagram, because I was like, dude, I kind of like this guy, right? So I started following him on Instagram, and I saw he was playing Reacher. I was like, holy fucking shit, let's go. So
I kind of agree with Hail the Lord. I think we better
has now commented on the rumors, speaking to Fortress of Solitude, who said that Reacher was Batman without a cape. He said, with all the rumors flying that I'm supposed to be playing Batman, how can I knock Batman? I would love to play Batman. Batman's cooler. But yeah, he played Hawk. Yeah, that's right. He played Hawk, and he died. He got blown up. He got blown up in Titans. I was like, oh, this sucks. He got blown up by Jason Todd. Okay, I'm gonna give it away. Jason Todd blew him up. And
Jason Todd in name only, pretty much. But
yeah, I hate the kid that got to play him.
I could see him in the Batman costume, but I'm having a hard time believing him as Bruce Wayne.
We'll I don't mind it. He has the look, he has the build to play Batman and Bruce Wayne. This is from season 1, by the way. Oh, season 1 has 8 episodes, not 6. 8 episodes. Okay, my bad. Thank you, Tex Blood. I can totally see him. It wasn't Jason, it was Red Hood. Yeah. Red Hood, he got blown up. I was really upset that he died. Hawk and Dove. He got blown up. I don't think he can play Hal Jordan. I think he's a little too old to play Hal.
I think he's a little too big to play Hal Jordan. Just
and a little too big. He's a little too big and a little too old to play. I can't see him as a Hal Jordan, but I can see him as a Bruce Wayne. I can see him as a Bruce Wayne. He doesn't have, you know, a pronounced chin, but that's okay. I can't see him playing Hal Jordan, but I can definitely see him playing Batman for sure. And he wants to. He would play Batman. I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind that casting. Mm-hmm. Titans was really good in season 1 and season 2, but went downhill after that, and season 4 was garbage. I have not been keeping up with Titans at all. I hated the guy that they cast as Jason Todd, and he was a terrible Red Hood.
Yeah. I didn't really bother with the Titans show because I was like, especially when they, not so much that they race swapped Starfire, but that's like, when they started like going after people who were criticizing how she looked, meaning her costume.
Yeah,
pretty much like how, like, you know, like when the images came out from the show, and people were like, "What the hell costume is that?" It's like, "Oh, you must not like her because she's black." I'm like you look like you're giving her this faux fur coat that looks like should be on the streets, and that's supposed to be Starfire.
Yeah, I didn't like I didn't mind her as Starfire, but I didn't like the look that they gave her. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like she looked like
she looked like a woman of the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to look up Jensen Ackles' height because I was just like, Jensen Ackles should be Batman. I had to look up his height. I can't really see Jensen Ackles as Batman. He has a great voice. He does voice Batman in the animated movies. I had to look up his height because I was just like, he's 6'1", so that's not bad.
No, that's tall. I mean, I'm only 5'2".
That's tall. I had to look up his height. I was like, how tall is Jensen Ackles? I couldn't remember. But I can't see him playing.
I think he would need to. I don't know. I'd have to see him. I'd have to see him, like, you know, for me, like, you know, like him wearing a Batman costume for me to say definitively one way or the other. So, well, Batman's not going to rest.
Titans was the first time I saw the guy, and he really stood out. He did. He really did stand out. But yeah, Reacher, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's such a great fucking show. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I love it.
They're not going to let Batman rest a while, Dirty Jersey, because they're rebooting the DC films. And I'm sorry, Batman is DC's cash cow, or was for most part.
We gotta talk about this, Mara. Hold on, let me find it really quickly. I'm not prepared because we were running late, so I'm looking everything up now. But we we need to watch the full trailer. All right. We need to watch the full trailer. Here we go. Hang on a second. Let me get it. All right. There's this movie coming out, Mara, called The American Society of Magical.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I have not seen this trailer, but it was going around. It's like I saw the teaser trailer. I haven't watched this full trailer. So we need to watch this full trailer because it's got a lot of people talking. So
I'm not watching the Furiosa trailer, Mud Crab.
Look at Trey.
Yeah, my people.
My people. We need to watch this trailer. I haven't seen it yet, but it's going around. It's making its rounds. It's got a lot of people talking. So let's discuss.
Welcome to the American Society of Magical Negroes.
I feel uncomfortable.
Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Look at that white shark. Look at that white shark ready to eat him. The white person. They're uncomfortable. I hate that, like, he says that and then they show a cop. you know?
Yeah.
And the cop is almost at red. If it's at red, then what? He's going to pull his gun out and shoot them for no reason. Yeah, this movie doesn't look great. I don't understand how this movie is even made. Can you imagine if like they made a movie like this about like, you know, a magical society of white people, and then like let's make sure that all of the black people are I don't know, something like that. Like it.
To answer whose question, Tamani's, yeah, the trope was coined by Spike Lee. When discussing films with students during a tour of college campuses, and
oh my God,
like, and he was talking about The Green Mile and Legend of Bagger Vance, and he used that as a, like, you know, that trope. Yeah.
Mike Hill for $5. Is this some kind of response with saying there wasn't many people in Harry Potter? Yeah, this movie is nope. This is big nope. It's actually the trailer actually makes me angry. White people.
Yeah.
The most dangerous animal
On the planet.
Sure.
White people, when they feel uncomfortable. White people feeling
The way to do
uncomfortable
satire
precedes a lot
is
of bad stuff for us. That's why we
where
fight white discomfort.
not so on the nose.
white discomfort.
Like
White
this
tears.
is not proper satire. If it truly is to play devil's advocate, it's supposed to be a satirical film, they're doing it wrong because it's so on the nose with this right here.
Ugh.
Satire doesn't have to be funny necessarily, Megatron, but it has to kind of call attention to something, but at the same time not beat you over the head with the obviousness of it. It's kind of
like American Society of Magical. Oh, get out of here! Magical Negro shamelessly describes white people as the most dangerous animal on the planet.
Yeah, like want to read good
upcoming satirical film. It's a fresh satirical comedy about a young man, Aaron, who's recruited into a secret society of magical black people who dedicate their lives to cause the utmost importance, making white people's lives easier.
Yeah.
Because it keeps them safe. It's
they're supposed to be pointing to something true. Like, Chad, if you want to read like a good satirical piece, or one like one of the good satirical pieces, read A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift. That's satirical.
Yeah, look at this. Their main goal is to keep white people happy, with their discomfort levels being measured in white tears.
Yeah.
In white tears. I mean, come on. That's why we fight white discomfort every day. Because the happier they are, the safer we are. So it's not like we're going to do it out of the good. No. It's a very selfish reason for making them happy.
Yeah.
I wonder if like the dude at his work is going to be really upset, and I don't know. What is he going to do? He's going to do something bad. I'd rather draw boobs, says Megatron. Yeah, this movie just looks terrible. This movie looks awful. It doesn't look funny. Okay. The director did an interview. It all sort of starts with the magical Negro trope. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but just to define it in my own terms, I think the magical Negro is a kind of stock black character, a black best friend character who's only focused on helping the white hero.
So basically, instead of calling it the token character, now it's morphed into the magical Negro character.
Right.
Which both are bad in their, like, no matter how you describe it. But at the same time, it's like they want to see the negative where it doesn't exist.
they don't have an inner life and they don't have their own things going on. They're just relentlessly focused on helping this white character grow in most cases. And I always thought that was so funny for whatever reason. The idea that there's a white writer who pictures the thing we do in the morning, getting up and trying to help them. I found it so absurd and incorrect and funny that I wanted to blow it out and criticize it, but also use it in a way to talk about other stuff. What it's like to grow up as a Black person in this culture and some of the wild and fantastical things we have to survive. We have to do to survive. To me, that's the origin story of the film. So
is he calling the term absurd and incorrect?
The term, yeah. So like the Black best friend, the token Black friend who, he's calling it absurd because he thinks that like there's this white writer out there who's writing this character of a white best friend who thinks that the sole purpose of his character in this movie that this white man is apparently writing is to get up and help this white main character, and make him happy. He thinks that's so absurd. So that's like the premise of his movie, right? So he's like, let me just take that trope and make fun of it and say like, oh yeah, there is this, society of magical Negroes. And, we're basically the white person's best friend and it's our job to keep them happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what he's saying. That's where like the origin of the, and while he's at it, let's show what it's like to grow up as a Black person in this culture. So let's not just do that, right? Let's not just do show the Black best friend trope or show the token Black, Black character trope, but at the same time, we're going to show them what it actually is like to grow up as a Black person in this society and what it takes to survive in today's culture. And that's basically how this film got started or something. That's pretty much what he's saying. It sounds like a really dumb thing to base a movie on, honestly. And I don't know. It sounds good.
If he was truly doing satire, he would be making a film to point at how ridiculous the trope itself is. Like that would be an actual satirical film. But he's coming from the premise of we're like right there for whatever reason, the idea that there's a white writer who pictures the thing we do in the morning, he's getting up and trying to help them, and that's the springboard he's jumping off of.
Yeah. Like if you want to make fun of it, what's that movie with Chris Evans? It's an old movie. It's an old comedy.
You're talking about Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, Not Another Teen Movie, right? They're making fun of the characters, and they have the Black best friend.
Yeah,
and it's his job, right, as the Black best friend. He's playing the token Black friend, right? And like they're making fun of that character. So like there's like a way to that's a way to do it, right? If you want to make fun of like the token friend, like there you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like you want to make fun of the trope. That's satire.
That's
point at that. Okay, that would be satire, but that's not the impression I'm getting from how he's describing it. Now he could be. I'm not trying to defend his words because sometimes it could be just a simple poor choice of words, and like this is not exactly what he's intending. But at the same time, it's like I'm looking at current day Hollywood, and I'm like, that looks like exactly what you're intending with this, pretty much. Where it's like you're not making fun of the trope. You're pointing at the white people who are creating these characters, like these, like what you think token or magical Negro characters, the magical Negro trope.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. Like what? Yeah. He's like it sounds like he's hyper focused on the fact that a white writer, he's watching a movie, or he's watching whatever he's watching, and he's thinking to himself, a white person decided to write that, right? For whatever reason, the idea that there's a white writer who pictures the thing that we do in the morning is getting up and trying to help them. No, I don't know. It sounds really stupid. It sounds really stupid. That's what he hyper focused on, and he made this movie around it. I don't know. It just sounds really stupid. And the trailer sounds terrible. The premise of the movie sounds terrible. The trailer looks terrible, and I don't think that it's gonna. I wonder if people are gonna go on TikTok and be like, all of you white people, like that woman. Remember the woman that started that came out during the new Black Panther movie when she's like, you white people better be outside of the theater to protect us. You stand outside the theater to block anybody that tries to do us harm.
Like, bitch, if I'm at the theater, I'm seeing my own movie. I'm not protecting your ass.
We're gonna get some TikToks like that for this movie.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I have no doubt. Or we're going to get TikTok videos telling white people to stay away for opening weekends.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. This weekend is for us.
Yeah, just for us. Like, it's like no white people opening weekend. I'm like, okay,
you can
done.
go maybe the second weekend or the third weekend.
Yeah.
I don't. Trey in the chat. I don't think Black people will see this.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mara. Maybe we're gonna have to review it. What do you think?
When is this supposed to come out? Hold on.
I don't know.
January 19th. So basically, it's being released in the month that's like the death knell for
yeah. It's being released in January. That's like that's where you put your movies when you have no faith in them. You put them in January.
When you have no faith in them, you
time
stick them in January.
Yeah. It's a slow month for movies for January. So if you have no faith in your movies, you're going to put them in there. You put them in the January time slot. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the movie looks terrible. I'm not going to give any money to it, but me and Mara might have to sail the high seas in order to watch it and review it.
It's like watch our free copies.
I'm insulted. I'm insulted at that movie, and I'm not even white.
Actually, the Statham movie I will see in theaters. I know January is like the month that studios release films that they don't have any faith in. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a Statham film, pure adrenaline action. Man, like, you don't really watch it for the plot. I'll watch it. That Beekeeper movie.
What movie?
The Beekeeper movie with Jason Statham.
Oh yeah, that actually.
That's coming out next month too.
Yeah.
So.
0.8. I'm looking for this article. I'm looking for this article so we can talk about it, but is it this one? Get out of here. I don't want to. Oh, no, it's not this one. Oh, well, whatever. What do you think about what Zachary Levi said?
About the nepotism?
Yeah.
I agree with him because at the same it like must be nice to be the sibling of James Gunn, or like somehow related to him either through marriage or blood, because you can always be guaranteed a role in one of his movies. So is Sean Gunn being cast
now? If you compare that to like Tim Burton, right? Tim Burton casts his wife.
Well, they're no longer married. But yeah, he did.
He needs to then.
Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter, and he casts Johnny Depp in a lot of movies. In most movies, they sort of like go hand in hand, So does like Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan works with a lot of the same actors as well. Do you think that's the same thing, or?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily quite the same thing. Like, there's a difference between favoritism and nepotism, pretty much, because nepotism, there's an element of favoritism to nepotism, but it typically is familial when it comes to nepotism. Whereas, and there's also like an element of basically comfortability, or Two, it's like that you're used to working with certain people, so you naturally gravitate to those people because you know their quirks, you know their acting abilities, and there's that level of comfort where it's like there's not going to be any drama on the set. So, but with James Gunn, like, it's one thing for like Tim Burton to cast Johnny Depp. Like, yeah, Tim Burton did cast his now ex-wife Elena Bonham Carter, but he typically would also cast Christopher Lee in small roles and Johnny Depp because there's that relationship there, that friendship there. James Gunn, like, his brother's been in like what, everything that James Gunn's produced roughly.
Yeah.
And now his like now wife, whatever her name is. I'm like, come on.
What is this? I don't know. I just saw this. Disney is in trouble with MAGA. What is this, Newsweek? Get out of here.
The power of MAGA, apparently. I don't know.
Disney is losing its popularity amongst Donald Trump supporters, according to an exclusive poll conducted for Newsweek.
Okay.
They grilled 1,500 eligible U.S. voters on the animation behemoth, which participants asked, to what extent, if at all, do you think the quality of Disney films have gotten better or worse in recent years? 46% of Trump voters said Disney movies have gotten worse or much worse, compared to just 16% of Joe Biden supporters.
I'm curious. As part of this, did they actually ask people whom they supported? Or did they assume? Yeah, the exclusive news. Yeah, I'm saying, like, there's a quote. There's a quote. There, like, that there's lies, damned lies, and statistics. I want to see the questions they ask these people.
I'm looking for an article, and I just saw this one. I'm like, what is this? When asked for their thoughts on the company as a whole, 38% of Trump fans had an unfavorable or a very unfavorable view of Disney, while only 12% voters felt the same. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a fucking stupid Newsweek article, right? Whatever. But I mean, it's not wrong, and I don't think it's just MAGA voters. I think it's.
Well, that's what I was asking. Like, did they actually ask as part of this poll?
Because, like, you can obviously see that in the fact that, like, nobody's going out and supporting Disney anymore. Their movies are losing a lot of money. Disney's lost over $1 billion this year. So it's not just MAGA supporters, not just Donald Trump supporters. It's people in general, right? Nobody's interested in going and seeing woke media. Nobody's interested in going and seeing woke movies. Look at Godzilla -1. That movie is doing incredible. People are actually going and seeing that movie. It is making bank. It's getting put in more theaters because of how good it's performing. And the people over at Toho are like, we're not removing it from theaters. We're actually going to add more theaters so more people can go and see this movie and enjoy this movie. So people want entertainment. It's not just like MAGA people that aren't supporting Disney. It's a lot of people that just aren't supporting Disney. They don't like what Disney's been putting out over the past few years. And it doesn't have, yes, it has like a lot to do with the wokeness and the wokeness of their company, but also it's just the quality in the movies that they're putting out. The fact that they're, going with live action versions of fan favorite films, and they're doing a terrible job, and they're changing them a lot in their live action. It's like, why bother making these movies if you're going to change them? If you're going to make them worse, then why are you even putting them in? Or if you're going to make them live action, why aren't you adapting it? There's the physical media, not physical media, but the visual media, right? We can see it. We know what these characters are supposed to look like. We know what the story is supposed to be. Why on earth would we go and see a live action version if it's nothing like what you're adapting? It's a visual medium. We can go and see these movies. We can go back and watch them if we want to. And we're not going to go and watch your live action trash. Like, people are actually getting really upset with Disney, and it's not just MAGA supporters. It's not just Donald Trump supporters. It's people in general. It's everyone all the way around. Nobody wants
That's
to
why I was like, did they actually ask these people whom they supported? And so why should it fucking matter what, like, whom they supported is politically in their opinions of what Disney is doing? Because look at, like, also superhero films. You know, yeah, Disney owns Marvel, but like, look at the state of superhero films. People are kind of like walking away from that because they're not exactly woke, but they're just mainly shit. And people don't want to sit through crappy entertainment. They want to sit down and be able to escape. They want to be able to be invested in the film. And if they can't even do that, it doesn't matter what type of film it is, they're not going to watch it.
Yeah.
So I can't say it's not because like I haven't watched a lot of Marvel stuff recently, so I can't say how woke it's gotten. But a lot of it's just been shit.
Most of it has been shit. Not just a lot. It's most of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's most of it. People aren't coming and people aren't going and supporting any Disney projects. You know, and they're putting an excessive amount of money into these projects. They're overspending on these projects because they don't think that, like, because for years and years and years they could do no wrong, right? Marvel would spend excessively on their projects and they would make the money back because they were actually putting out good stuff. People were invested in these characters for years and years and years. They would have bombs, yes, they would have terrible movies in between really, really good ones, but people would still go and see them, right? Now they're still spending like they used to, but the audience isn't there anymore. They've driven away their audience. The audience isn't there. So how can you spend so excessively while at the same time driving away your audience, pushing them away, telling them they don't matter, telling them that these projects aren't made for them, telling them that now we're going in a new direction. If you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. Okay, fine. The audience is actually taking their advice. They're not going and supporting these projects. And they're still they haven't adjusted, right? They haven't adjusted. If they're pushing people away in the hopes of garnering like this new audience, this non-existent audience, then that's fine. But they need to adjust their spending. You know, if you're going to push away the audience, then adjust your spending so you're not losing money. But that's not what they're doing.
No, they're not. But they're giving us an Agatha series.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What is it? Hold on. I need to find the new title. What is it called? I got it here. Agatha All Along. What the fuck? I completely forgot about the Agatha movie, right? I totally forgot about it. Look at this. This movie is going through an identity crisis, okay? It was first called Agatha, House of Harkness. Because isn't that her name? Agatha Harkness?
Yeah.
And then Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Okay. And then Agatha, Darkhold Diaries. Now it's just Agatha All Along. Is it like because they're like, remember the song? Remember the song Agatha All Along? Let's just name it because people will probably fucking forget about this show. Did anybody watch Echo? Has that movie has that show dropped yet? I don't even remember. Did it drop on Disney
I don't think it's dropped yet. I don't think it's dropped yet. No, I don't think it has. But when I see Agatha All Along, I just think of like from when I used to watch, like when I watched wrestling and like Vince McMahon, it was like me, Austin. It's me all along. That's just what I think of.
Echo is in January. Okay. Echo is in January.
Yeah, I didn't think it dropped because I would have seen something.
Yeah, if it did, Gary would be all over, and Disbrew, and they would all be all over it, reviewing it. Yeah, and I haven't seen any review, so it hasn't dropped yet. Disbrew in particular, he would be like, okay, here's episode 1, episode 2. God. Echo's coming out January 10th. Okay, January 10th. Yeah, that movie is or that show, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep watching Reacher. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep watching Reacher. What else? What else? ¿Qué más? Alex Jones came back to Twitter. What do you think about that?
I'm just waiting for the frogs to turn gay at this point, according to him.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, like I saved it as a clip.
Have I just been scrolling at Twitter?
Yes, you have. Yeah, right on stream.
I've just been scrolling Twitter. I didn't even realize that I stopped. Look at this.
First, ethnically accurate Jesus goes right here next to Father Mary and Mother Josephine, followed closely by the three genderless wise people on their bird scooters, Tig Notaro for some reason, and of course the little drummer them, because God forbid we call a boy a boy.
The little drummer
Yes.
them.
Yes, little drummer them. Because God
I'm
forbid
trying
we
to
call a
find
boy a
this
boy.
fucking article and I can't find it anywhere. I'm trying to find this article. I thought I shared it and I didn't share it. And so I'm trying to find it and now I can't find it anywhere. Nobody told me. Mara didn't tell me, okay? Mara didn't tell me that I was still sharing my screen. Let's see.
I almost said, "Oh look, there's my tweet."
Mudcrafter 2, a movie about black people making whites happy. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't understand it. It doesn't sound good. Michael for 5. I'll be waiting for Ryan to do his review first. I'm sure that'll be good. He has to do it in the car, you know, that way it can get picked up and tweeted out. I don't know. Lancer for 2. I'm the most dangerous animal. Harkonnen. What is that?
That's from Dune. Aren't you like?
Oh,
House Harkonnen.
My mind is just not. It's not minding right now. I swear. No. I'm like.
And literally one of the tweets I saw as you were scrolling through was you like excited.
I know my mind is just not minding right now. My brain is not braining. My brain is not braining. I swear. My mind has just been everywhere today. Oh shit! Tomberry Master for 50. I'm sorry I didn't catch this one earlier. Chipping in to help support the stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, dude. I swear, my mind is just not anywhere. It's not minding.
So most of the time of year, it's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. I'm a little crazy. I was honestly like going back in my mind and I was trying to think to myself, like, did I pull up my DMs? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't. Trust me. I would have said something then. You didn't.
I'm like, did I pull up my DMs? I don't think I did. Because I remember like I got a DM from, I need to DM you back. Because me and Jonathan are working on something that's hopefully it'll get put out soon. And I don't want anybody to see what we're working on.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Hang on real quick. I'm looking for something. I don't know what else we should talk about. Here, let's. You're too young for out. Oh, God. I don't know. I haven't. You know what? This whole entire week, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. Okay, like 4 hours a day max. I've been going to bed so late or early, however you might look at it. Like I've been getting to bed at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. And then I'm awake and I go out and get some stuff done that I need to do around the house, and then go out and do all the things that I need to do outside of the house, and then come back home, and still I don't get a lot of sleep. So I'm just like, I need to get rest. I need to get some sleep. I just haven't been sleeping lately. I need to like take some sleeping pills or something like that. or maybe just start taking my melatonin again because I have not been able to sleep. What is sleep? I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know what sleep is.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't been sleeping well either.
Here's the reason I asked you about Sean Gunn. Did I asked you about Sean Gunn, right?
Yeah. Well, you asked what I thought about. You asked what I thought about what Zachary Levi said, and I said, "You mean like the nepotism from like?"
Did I already pull this up?
No, you didn't.
Okay, this is why, because I was looking at this and then I completely forgot to share it. All right. Oh my God. See, I'm tired. Do you think that Zachary Levi took a shot at James Gunn?
I think a little bit. Because I gotta look at his quote again. I know I read it.
Yeah, he said I would love, or he's talking about he's interested in playing Shazam again because he's not going to be playing Shazam. He's getting rid of James Gunn is pretty much getting rid of everybody from the DCEU right now. Yeah. But he says I would love to be able to do more iterations of Shazam. I would love to collaborate with Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern. And then he said, when the interviewer asked him, like, well, what do you think of Sean Gunn being cast? Because he got cast again as Maxwell Lord. And then Zachary Levi looked a little bit confused. You could tell, like, when he said that, he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. What new role was he cast in? Because, like, he's in Marvel. He's not in DC. He's in Marvel. And then, they had to remind him, like, well, no, he plays Weasel. And he's just like, oh, yeah, he played Weasel. And then he said, listen, when you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, I guess you can play. I guess you get to play.
That is a little bit of a shot. Because I don't see how any other way you could take that.
Yeah.
Like, other than kind of a dig at the nepotism particularly with Gunn. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
I imagine it was a tad bit. It was a bit of a shot at James Gunn because yes, he does always hire Sean Gunn in the projects that he's working on. And I did see like a lot of people. I think I tweeted it out. I said like you gotta love nepotism or something like that. And a lot of people mentioned Christopher Nolan. They mentioned Ron Howard. How like Ron Howard, he cast his brother in a lot of things too, and that's why he's an actor because Ron Howard cast him in a lot of projects. So people brought up Tim Burton. And but that doesn't exclude just because you like bring up those doesn't mean that like, oh, okay, so what are you saying? It's okay. But then again, it is Hollywood. Hollywood's going to Hollywood. They're going to do whatever they want.
Yeah,
you have to get in with the right person to even, get mentioned or get in a project. But I can't remember, but at the same time, and also directors like to work with certain actors. So that doesn't negate how an actor feels about something, right? Like, so what? Just because he does do that doesn't mean that an actor can't feel a certain way about it. And that's why, he said, listen, when you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, I guess you get to play who you want. So yeah, it is a shot.
Yeah.
At Sean Gunn, and maybe he should, maybe or not. Yeah, it is a shot at Sean Gunn. So or not Sean Gunn, James Gunn.
James Gunn. Well,
yeah,
it is a little bit of a shot. It is a little bit of a shot. I don't think it's like an outright. He's not outright calling James Gunn out, but at the same time, he is kind of like taking a dig at that. He's also like taking a dig at that, but also he's kind of like shining light on the fact that basically Hollywood history directors tend to work with actors they're comfortable with that they like.
Yeah, so, Sam Raimi, Adam Sandler, both other two people who also like do the same thing. Yeah, so but that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood, baby. Yeah. Right? You got to get in. You got to get in with the right people to get cast in roles, I guess. But also, I think that, Zachary Levi, he really liked playing Shazam. He liked being in DC. He liked being a part of it. And now he also, I think when like people were taking shots at James Gunn when he took over DC, he like went live on Instagram, I believe. And he's, defended James Gunn and a lot of people that are, making decisions over at DC. And like, I always imagine that he did that to not just because, you know, James Gunn is probably his friend, but also because he wants to continue playing Shazam. Like, he does not want to stop playing Shazam. So he went to bat for James Gunn, and now look, he is not playing Shazam. So he's probably also salty about that. Like, he went to bat for this guy. He, you know, went on live on Instagram to try and, I mean, and he looked crazy during that live stream. It was like the ramblings of a madman during that live stream. So I actually watched it when it was live, and it was like the ramblings of a madman. Like, seriously, he had the crazy eyes and everything. Zachary Levi goes live on Instagram a lot, but this one in particular, it was like the rantings of a madman. It was just like saying how good he was, or how good James Gunn was, and you know, he's going to do a great job at DC and all this stuff. It was just really insane ramblings, and he went to bat for him, and now he's not playing Shazam because he is getting rid of all of the characters from DCEU. So I imagine that he is pretty salty about that.
And I part of me, like, you know, despite his ramblings, like, I don't blame him, because like, he was cast for the role. Warner Brothers seemed to be going in a particular direction, and now all of a sudden it's nothing like you know, like Aquaman 2, not gonna fucking matter pretty much, because with James Gunn taking over and rebooting everything, like, that's like, you know, that's gonna be changed. Shazam would be changed. Black Adam would be changed. So I'd be a little salty too. Because it's basically, you know, like, basically, like, you know, with everything, with the decision to reboot everything, it's the Shazam, like the recent Shazam 2 movie, just like, yes, it was bad, but ultimately does not matter.
Yeah. Well, I think anything James Gunn is a part of is staying. So Peacemaker staying. Yeah. That character staying. And probably the characters that from the Suicide Squad are staying. Did you see what James Ayer, or not James Ayer, oh God, David Ayer tweeted earlier today? Hold on, let me.
Earlier today? No, I really wasn't on Twitter that much.
Speaking of the Suicide Squad, where is it at? He tweets a lot. Where's it at? Why can't I find it? Hold on, let me go to his media. What is this?
Oh, well.
Hold on. I'll find it. Wait. Oh, here it is. What was this tweet? He tweeted another shot of Jared Leto's Joker.
At least there's no damage on his forehead.
Yeah. But then someone asked him a question, and I'm trying to find, you know, I'm going through Twitter again. I'm trying to find where he talked about him. Where did you find it? Where did you do it? Where did you do it? Hold on, let me stop my screen again.
Yes, might want to find it.
Let me find it. He talked about, oh, here it is. Oh my God. He says, someone said, what are the most noticeable differences in the Joker character in your version that we hope to see soon? He said, Joker is formidable, intense, and a force of nature in my cut, not unfocused and silly. In my cut, he has a story arc that hangs powerfully over the entire film. In the studio cut, he's a prop, not a character. What do you think of that?
Part of me is very curious. Like, I'm not going to like necessarily be part of like the release the error cut movement, but I'm very curious to see his version, because I know we've talked about this a lot in the past, but you could see a tonal shift. You could see, like, from like the first trailer to the second trailer for the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm very curious to see what
totally between the first trailer and the second trailer is completely different.
Yeah, I'm very curious to watch it, at least to compare like to what we got in theaters versus what we could have gotten, to see like what the differences of like however many, if any, between
And
the
you think
two.
it'll get released?
I don't think now. Like if it had been like you asked me maybe like a year or two ago, I would have said Warner Bros. Would be stupid not to.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should. But with James Gunn taking over, I don't see it getting released. I would actually be genuinely surprised if James Gunn said like look, I'm just gonna like I'm gonna allow it to be released so you all can see it. I'd be genuinely shocked if that happens, given like the state of Warner Brothers now and the direction they're going.
Yeah,
I'd be genuinely shocked if they did, especially since James Gunn's version of the Suicide Squad is saying so. Like, why would he release another version for people to watch? I don't see him doing it. I would like him to do it. Because, again, I really want to see what Air's original vision was versus what WB gave us. But I don't think it's going to happen. So.
Alrighty.
Well,
I wanted to talk a little bit more about some stuff, but I know that Mara has to get up early tomorrow. So we didn't want to do this for very long. Or we didn't want to stream for very long, and I'm sorry that we were late. Sorry about that. Sorry. But thank you guys for joining us. Mara, where can they find you?
You can find me on my YouTube channel. I've been not necessarily neglecting making videos, but life got in the way. But I will be back to making videos. Probably not with a sole focus on, but talking about the Rings of Power, because season 2 will be dropping in short order, roughly. So I know I'll be watching that and giving my thoughts on that this season. But you can this is my YouTube channel where I do other streams as well. Like this Wednesday is the first of the 1s and 2s where Orange Hat joins me, and we'll be talking the first Gremlins film this Wednesday, and then Thursday after I'm on Orange Hat's channel talking the Krampus film from I believe by 2015. And then you can also find me on my Kick at Jade Shadow. I reached 300 followers recently, so I'll be playing Mass Effect 3 tomorrow, and I got back into playing the Halo games. So I'll be playing that Tuesday, and then Friday, probably playing the finals. Chances are with Calman. So Calman, if you're still in the chat, I did not play the finals last Friday because I was tired. But I will be trying my hand at the finals this coming Friday evening. So yes.
As for me, follow me on Kick. I'll be going live there. Actually, I'm gonna try to be going live on like dual stream. So Kick here and maybe Twitch. I don't know. I'm not one of those topless girls with oil all over them. So who knows if people will even watch me on Twitch. But I'll be going live a lot this week. So follow me on Kick if you aren't already. And yeah, other than that, let's see who's live right now. Max is live. Here's the link to Max.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Return of the King 20th anniversary during his Max's Man Cave. Go and check out Max. There you go. There's the link. Tell him we sent you. And we will see you guys next week on Mars channel, I think. Are we still
it should be Saturday. Right. The Saturday before Christmas. So.
Oh, yeah. Saturday before Christmas. It'll be a Christmas themed stream. Yay!
Yes.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.